everyone, I'm Jerica, Daybreak Stitcher here on YouTube, Flosstube, and Instagram. It's probably been like a little bit longer than I expected to. It's been a little over a month since my last video. For new subscribers, which I've noticed, I want to thank you and welcome you to this part of the Flosstube community. And for existing watchers and viewers and supporters, I appreciate you so much for coming back to watch another follow-up to my cross-stitch journey. I am back home, but I'm in my husband's office today, and as you can see, he has a nice little interest in comic books that he likes to display. But actually, honestly, when I'm looking here, like I used to be a really big Gargoyles fan, and honestly, if they come back with a new season or series of it, I'm gonna be all in it because I got like deep into it when it was on, and I even as an adult, like I rewatched the whole series again. But I digress. I want to thank you for joining us and joining me in showing you what I've been up to for the last few weeks, well, 5 weeks more or less. There's been a few updates. There's going to be a few little changes happening, but I guess as I find out more, I'll share. I did get some stitching done, but it wasn't on as many projects as I thought for the last like 5 weeks, but I still got some in there. I'm almost done. I'm trying to put the little dude down for a nap, so you might hear some rebellion happening, but we've all been here, right? We have that one that likes to fight the current. But anyway, let me see. Okay, so I feel like I need to do a little bit of an update because I feel like it's been a minute. Just to refresh. Okay, so I live in Utah, and we've been living here for about 5 years. Prior to this, we lived in Ohio. I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I spent like a few years living in Memphis, Tennessee. And honestly, like I do like traveling. I am a bit of a nomad, but it seems like, I don't know, as you get older, you kind of just want to settle down and commit, which I have commitment issues, so the struggles, but whatever. My husband and I have been married for a very long time. We have 6 kids and 4 grandchildren. Let's see, our newest one just arrived the end of last month, and that's one of the reasons why we were traveling. We went to Arkansas, where my husband is from, and we got to visit with family that I hadn't seen in like probably like 5 years. So it was really nice getting caught up with everyone and reconnecting and feeling, you know, together again. We did a lot of things there. We were there for about a week, and then we drove from Arkansas to Ohio to see our kids. And I don't know if you can hear like the airplanes going by. The window's open here, but it's a really pretty day. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's sunny, it's blue skies. There's a little bit of clouds, but it's kind of like that great, you know, thick cloud that just makes you want to just sit on your porch and just take it all in. Back to school season, I know for you teachers and educators, you're kind of you might be regretting a few life choices. I get it. I was a school bus driver for like 5 years, so I know how it feels. But because I'm not driving anymore, I can sit back and enjoy the transition from summer activities to back to school activities. Anyway, I digress again. So in Ohio, I did not really connect with too many people there because I do like to follow a lot of Flosstubers from the Columbus, Ohio area. Milka, Mega Stitches, Miss Candy, 614 Stitcher, and there's like quite a few people that I actually connect and talk to on Zoom when we do our Stitchy Zooms, which is it's hosted through EJ and Michelia from the Sunshine Stitchers. It's for the Put a Bird on It sale. So, you know, there's like quite a few people that I do know from that area, and I never got to connect with them because it just got so busy. And I did like kind of dip in a little bit to see my dad who lives in Pennsylvania, and I did want to visit with a few friends there, but I just didn't get around to it. Like I got really tired after after being gone for like 3 weeks. Like it took its toll on that last week. I was kind of done. But next time we won't have so much going on, so I'll be able to really get some time into to connect with people that I usually talk to through a screen or through social media in some way or another. So we were there. I wanted to. I got to meet our newest grandson, and I got to connect with my other grandkids, my granddaughter that's still there, and some of my kids that still live in the area. We got to really like get together and do some fun things. So it was a really good trip. I did drive back from Ohio to Utah. It took 2 days. I had my friend with me, and it was long. It was like 25 hours, but it wasn't bad. It could have been worse, but it was actually really, really good. So, so we got back and like instantly just started doing more things because my friend was here with me, so we got to like travel around and do a couple of you know, shop drops. So there was a couple of restaurants here in Utah that are kind of new to me, but they actually they're fantastic places. The first place I will mention, I'll put a couple pictures up of where we went, and this one was this place called, I'm trying to wait for my notes to pop up, but they ain't, so we're gonna freestyle it again today. So the first place was this place where they do like smoked oxtails, and this is the place right here. And it's really cool because he is very good at his skill with oxtails and making them into all these different things. Like they have like oxtail pizzas, oxtail burgers, oxtail brats. They just smoke them, you know, and you can just have it as plain barbecue. Anyway, it's a whole bunch, and it was great. If you're ever in the Salt Lake City area and you wanted to check out some new places, that's one that I would recommend. And also it was called Parfait Diem, is a place that we visited, and they basically make a bunch of like banana pudding parfaits, and they have all these different kinds and all these different flavors, and they make like their cookie that's in the parfait. They make it from scratch in the shop. So if you're ever in the area and you want something sweet, they're up pretty late. I think they actually close like around like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. But Parfait Diem is actually a really good spot to go to as well. As far as like other foods, like more local foods, there's a lot of Polynesians here in the Salt Lake City Valley. And one of my favorite places to go to is this place called Honolulu Grill. And it's over near like West Jordan. And it's, they got some good stuff. They have some really good food there. Anyway, so we were going all around and we're getting all the food. And we're looking at all the different neighborhoods because Utah has been, like, well, Salt Lake City has been expanding and with new people coming into town. So we just got to do a nice little rediscovery of the Salt Lake City area. It's really cool. It's really pretty too. But I digress. We'll get back to it because it's been like a minute, a lot longer than a minute trying to recap. Let me get into what I was working on. As I don't know if everyone's familiar with it, but for my grandchildren, I started cross stitching in 2021. Because before then, I didn't know anything about cross stitch, so my kids actually don't have birth samplers, so I know there's gonna be a lot of work that I need to get caught up on. So shortly after I started cross stitching, there we go, was when I started working on like their birth samplers. And so far, like I have 3 of the birth samplers done, and I'm working on our newest one, who was born like a little over a month ago. And so I'm still working on it. I still have I still have a lot to do. I'm gonna put a picture up of this. Is what it's called. And it's from Forced Embroidery, and it is something about a turtle. And it's really cool. It's really pretty. It's got like an abstract kind of like border, and there's a turtle on the inside, and I love turtles. I'm a turtle person. However, my daughter picked this out, and she does not want the turtle in the sampler. We're actually gonna omit the turtle and put the information in the center. And it, what am I stitching on? It's all curled up, and I don't want to pull it apart yet because I'm still kind of working on it. But here's the information I'll put somewhere. But here's where I'm at as of right now. I don't have anything to put behind it, but we're gonna make it work. So this is where we're at right now, and we changed the colors. It was having like an orange and I think like a blue, because there was supposed to be blue in the turtle that was in the center, and they were supposed to be tying in a blue in here. But my grandson is Ghanaian, so we're going with the Ghanaian flag colors for this abstract border around here. So where I'm at, so this will actually say welcome, and I'm actually using like 3 different patterns just to get this to work, but bear with me. I just started up here on the top part, getting that yellow part in, and then I'll have like the red and a little bit of the yellow. Well, I think I'll just have this red part mostly to do. Yeah, so I just have the red part. So finish the yellow and then come back with the red, and the top border will be done. And this is like the birth information, and it's off. So I have to like frog it out and like do some shift work. But here's his name and welcome. So his name is actually Aminama Kwaku. Aminama Kwaku. And I could be mispronouncing it, but I think I got it right. But it's Aminama Kwaku is his name. And it's so pretty. This is a fabric from number 12 Stitch Co. And I'm using Roxy Floss conversion for this pattern. So you get a better scale as to the colors that we're using in there. So I'm almost finished. I think I probably need like one more good stitch day on here to finish. These letters are a little fancy, so I think it will take me a minute to get through that, but this will be quick. And then just frogging and shifting out this shouldn't take any time at all. So one good stitch day, maybe by tomorrow I'll have it done. But this is where I'm at so far, and this is what I've been working on like considerably for like the last, like, I think 2 weeks maybe. I think it's been like 2 weeks. So we got that. The next thing I've been working on, and none of this stuff is ironed because I don't really like to iron stuff that I'm working on unless I'm like basically done and I'm just waiting to do like the personalized stuff. But this one is not there yet. But this is another one that I've been working on since my last video. This is Fish and Chips by Long Dong Sampler. And this is as far as I got. I was a little scared about my margins, so I wanted to come all the way across on the border to get to the other side to make sure that I wasn't going to be too off. But it works. It's all fitting in there and it's all measuring up. So this is where I'm at. I'll put the information up there as well. But I'm stitching this one for my father, and hopefully if I can keep, you know, getting everything done and moving along on it, he might be able to get this for his birthday next year. So, you know, it's the little distractions that make, you know, pushes everything, makes it longer. I have not worked on this next piece. I started working on this with Stitching Gem on Instagram and YouTube, and I have not picked it up again, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because I was in a different place in my last video and I wasn't sure if I showed it well. I didn't really edit or anything with that one either, so yeah. So this one is on a 40 count opalescent by hand dyed by Rolanda. It's called Gold Rush. And this design is from the Artsy Housewife. And I forget what it's called, but here's the picture and the information that I'm using, the information on what it is that I'm using here as far as the Floss Co. So this is mostly pulled from Stash. I really like the colors put together, so I didn't have to buy anything for it. But just for margin, this is where I'm at on this piece. The lighting is a lot better here too, but here's where I'm at. I have not picked it up since my video, and I really love this. And I was just watching her Stitching Gem, her latest video. Well, her video, it was like 3 weeks ago, but I was watching that one because I got behind on my Flosstube and seeing like the flower. So from the picture you can see like there's this beautiful flower that's right here, and there's so many different colors that are in this flower to give it such depth. And so I'm excited to do that, but I'm going to do it last, maybe, unless I get tired of stitching with the yellow. Is that really going to happen? I don't think so. But so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to work, I'll pick a little bit more up on the yellow floss, and then, you know, maybe pick up a few things, start a few little strands of the flower, because that's going to be impeccable. And I can't wait until this is done because this fabric is gorgeous. But yeah, so that's, I haven't picked it up, but when I pick it up again, which is probably, I don't know, there's one other thing that I wanted to work on as soon as I was finished with the bird sampler, and that's this one right here. This is from Jetx. Is it Stitches? I don't know. Her first name is Jessica, and I know we all know her at this point because she was at, she got interviewed during the Midsummer Stitch. It was, when was it? It was the end of July. It was like July 20th or something like that. But anyway, if you got to participate in that, they did like a meet the designer kind of thing, and she was there, and I got to see her, and then she even had an exclusive. So this is a design that she came up with, or she released like earlier this year, and this is called Cherry Magpie. So this is Cherry Magpie. It's on a 46 count Temptation by Roxy Floss. I got this fabric and this floss conversion at Stitch North when I went earlier this year in May. And there's a whole bunch of people that are finished, and I'm so jealous. My friend Emmy Mission Stitch has already finished hers, and I really want it to be finished by now, but then, you know, I have so many distractions. But oh my goodness, can you see it? I still have another cherry here, and you can't really see it too close, but there's some border here that I have to get into, and I think there's like a basket of stuff over here. So I kind of started jumping all over the place just to see where my borders line up at, but for the most part it'll be this size, and I'm super geeked. And then if you guys have been following Market, Market is going to Jessica from Jetx, she is releasing a Blueberry J. Okay, like side by side. I'm gonna put this here, and Blueberry J is the companion piece that is going to be stitched on the other side. And I am debating on what kind of floss conversion is gonna work out for me, because I was tempted to wait and see who all was going to be doing a conversion and what they were gonna look like and everything, and then just kind of piggyback up, you know, off of everyone else. But then, I don't know, I think I might be able to do something. I think I might have an idea, but I'll keep you posted on that in the meantime. or, you know, as soon as I find out. But here's like the floss for Cherry Magpie. Like, it still looks pretty good. I have this one strand here because I had to pull this color from another project that I was working on. I just needed one strand. So I just grabbed a little bit, and now I've like already used it, so I can contribute this back to that other project. But yeah, like all these colors are in Cherry Magpie, and it's just so stunning. It's juicy. It's juicy. So anyway, so got all that going. And then another one that I have not worked on, I did not get to pick it up. And I honestly think I'm probably like a good month behind. So my plan was to work on this once a week. This project here, this is from Nuri, from Shaded Stitchery. And this is called This Juneteenth Day. And here's the floss conversion that I pulled for it. But here's where I'm at. This is where I was in my last video. I have not picked it up, but I do plan on focusing on this for a good week or 2 weeks. And I say 2 weeks because every time I work on this, I try to hit like a big milestone of like anywhere from like 500 to 1,000 stitches. So how much ever the maximum amount of time that I can fit in it a day. And since I'm technically probably like 5 weeks behind, then that's at least 5 days that I need to focus on it. So if I say 2 weeks, then I feel like I'm gonna still give myself a lot of credit. But I just don't want it to take a long time to finish. I want to have this finished like as soon as possible, to be honest. But I'm working on it. I still have to finish this. Yeah, I still have to finish this motif here. There's a gap there. And there's a couple half stitches in here, but this is a beast. Like, it's gonna come over, and it'll be easier to get all my stitches in if I just work on, you know, these 2 colors. But I wanted to, there's a couple of like different colors in, you know, here, and there's different colors in here. So those little things, I might do those on days when I just want to finish up a thread. Like if I just have, you know, if I just do those stitches, and yeah, if I just do those stitches, then I can use the rest of that floss and just fill in like wherever that other color is. So this Juneteenth Day, I'm gonna pull it out. I have like my little basket here that I have my working WIPs on, and you know, so they're not going anywhere. But once I finish the bird sampler, I'll be able to get back to all the fun spontaneous stitching. So for the most part, I think that's everything that I've been working on. I'm not sure. I think I'll actually try to have another video up in about a week or 2, especially if I finish that, then I might have a finish on the bird sampler, and then I'll maybe try to start getting into one of these other WIPs that are really close to being done, because I think Cherry Magpie is still at like maybe 68%. I think it's at like 68%. So if I can get another 10% done on that, that would be good too. I think that might be everything that I wanted to talk about. I will have some plans in my next video that I wanted to discuss, because there's a couple of new starts that I wanted to talk about, and if anyone wanted to join in on those. I typically do, I don't know, I'm gonna work better on it. School's back in, and our youngest is gonna be starting preschool next week. So that will actually give me a little bit extra free time. But another thing that I've been working on is my garden, my little porch garden. And I've been like, I kind of let it get away from me a little bit, but it's so pretty. I will post some videos in here of my porch garden because I'm proud of it, you know, to have like no yard basically and still being able to grow produce and pretty flowers. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. But in the meantime, I will let you go. I really appreciate you guys popping in. Please leave a comment, subscribe, share if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed yet. That would really help grow my channel. My personal goal is to try to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I know like it's really hard to do in today's age. One, because there's hundreds of Flosstubers out there, and if you like, I do follow a lot of Flosstubers, but I can't always, like, they don't easily pop up in my feed. So I have to be like intentional with trying to keep up with everyone. But yeah, if you could share and subscribe and ring the bell and leave a comment, because I would like to know who you are and how you're doing, and if you're stitching any of the things that I'm stitching, because then I would love for you to tag me in it on Instagram and let me know so I can follow along with you and support you as well. Yeah? Sounds like a plan. Well, in the meantime, I will see you soon, very soon. After this, I'm gonna try really hard. Alrighty, you have a good one. Happy stitching, and also happy Labor Day. Bye.